Hi, I'm Damon Davis. I want to welcome you to a very exciting show. You know, efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. That's John F. Kennedy. And when we really zero in on that quote, there's one word I want to really speak to today that this program is really all about: purpose. Some call it destiny. It's where you end. But it's really not about where you end, it's where we live, right? Your destiny. It's what we walk out every single day. But most of us, and there's been books upon books upon books written about it, will come into this world and go out of this world asking the question, what is life all about? Why am I here? What was I purposed to do, designed to do? My guest today is no stranger to this show, no stranger to you. He's been on television all over the world, and it's a privilege for me to bring him back into your home with an amazing SWAT team of power speakers who are here to talk about how to live your best life. And this specifically is about answering the call. And together, through this program and my amazing guests, we're going to answer the call. We'll be right back. I want to welcome you back into the program. If you're just joining us, I'm here with an amazing group of guests, Dr. Ruben West, and who I'm calling his SWAT team of people. They're going to help you discover purpose. Come on, somebody. Right. Book is called Live Your Best Life. Live it. Answer the Call. Dr. West and team, welcome to the program.
Thank you. We're glad to be here. It's exciting. Yeah.
Now, you're no stranger to the show.
That's right.
They know who you are. I know who you are.
Right.
But we don't know who you are. So I want, if we can, just go around the room and have you just state your name, look right in the camera, say hello to our viewers. There's millions of people watching all over the world. And by the way, we're in, they tell me, over 165 countries. Wow. So hello to you across the globe. Meet my amazing group of guests. Robin, start with you.
My name is Robin Cody Smith. I'm from New York, and I'm the founder of Get Up, which stands for Gaining Energy to Ultimately Produce.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Corey.
Greetings, my name is Corey Briggs, the builder, and it's all about building minds with minds like mine. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., and I grew up in District Heights, Maryland, right outside of D.C.
All right. And you know, of course, I'm going to stomp for the ATL, but what you don't know is that I'm actually from your neck of the woods.
Okay.
Alexandria,
okay.
Born and bred.
Redskin fan?
You ever stop being a Redskin fan?
All right, this show just got real good.
Rosetta, welcome to the show.
My name is Rosetta West, and I'm from Topeka, Kansas, where I serve as an associate pastor at El Shaddai Ministries, and I'm also the proud mother of Dr. Ruben West.
All right.
Hey. Glad to be here.
Good to have you. Jeff?
Hi, I'm Jeff Barkenhead Jr., Pickbo, Ohio, and I'm here to help you guys make every second count, and we all call her Mama, so,
so then we will too.
She's actually all of our moms.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Anana, that's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Absolutely excited to be here. My name is Anana Pfeiffer Darrell Home, also known as your blessed girl. I hail from New Jersey, so I'm a Jersey girl, and I'm truly excited for the opportunity to share about living your best life and answering the call.
Fantastic. Dr. Luster, pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Adria Luster, and I'm actually a native of Topeka, Kansas, but I've lived here in the Atlanta area for about 20 years. I'm a public school educator, and I'm glad to be here.
Fantastic. And Angie, welcome to you also.
Hello, my name is Angie Hodges, and my business is Be Fabulous. I encourage people to be fabulous and create the life they love. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I currently reside in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wow. And welcome to all of you, and welcome to you, the viewer. And if you just heard what I heard, there's a common denominator, there's a common theme. There's a thread sewn through every single individual you just met. What is that? Energy? Yes. Excitement? Yes. Optimism? Yes. How about we're not going to take this life sitting down? Amen? Going to make of this life what we can make of it. which is to get up and fight, push through the struggle, and believe that your best days are ahead of you. And so excited to again welcome you to the show and also to this amazing book, Live Your Best Life. We're going to help you answer the call today. It is my goal, my desire, my purpose in the next 28 minutes and 30 seconds to give you something that will empower you, encourage you, information that can allow you to unlock the doors of opportunity in your life. You ready for that? I know that you are. Dr. West, kick this thing off. Let's get started. What are we going to find in this book?
You're going to find answers. And not just information, but answers. Answers that you can apply immediately to your life to help get you back on track. What I love is if you've ever looked at an antique car, it looks beautiful, it's pristine, they restored it, but get the point, they restored it. It doesn't look like what it's been through. Yeah. When you look at this team right here on this stage, I promise you, they don't look like what they've been through.
Wow.
But here's what they can help you do. They can help you answer the call. That's why I assembled them, and that's why we're here.
And you know, the restoration process, it's a dirty one. You know, it's a mess before things look better, right? And so no matter what mess you're facing, no matter where you are in your life, know that that's the past, because the present is your opportunity to take hold and make of life what we're able to make of it. And all these people here with me have found opportunity in adversity, have we not?
Yes.
Robin, what are we going to find here?
Well, in my chapter, you're going to find how to recover from an unexpected loss. You know, it's one thing to have someone sick and you know eventually they may not survive. But when it's a healthy child out of nowhere and it's your only child, you're going to learn how to survive that.
Wow, wow. You know, that's tragedy that strikes. You know, it's the stuff that hits us when we least expect it.
Yes.
It's almost as though life was set up and designed to work against you. But we don't have to stay there, do we?
We don't.
That's right.
If you understand steps and principles to overcome, right? To make, as Jeff, you've said a couple of times in our meeting and greeting, make every second count.
That's right.
You can actually make a victim mentality one of a victor's mentality, right? What are we going to find here in the book?
You're going to find in the book ways that you can create that life of your dreams, the life that is answering the call. And I say the call, I mean, whose call? Who designed that call? Probably God.
Wow.
And He's telling you what you can do, what's possible. Because look, I received a second chance at life, and I'm going to make the most of it, Damon. And I want to help other people do the same.
Wow. Make every second count. It's profound. And we've all been there at some point or another where you face the bills that can't be paid, the marriage that's in trouble, the wayward son or daughter, a health diagnosis. You have a decision to make. Corey, what's the decision that people face in the moment of adversity? What's the crossroads?
Really, Damon, it's determining whether or not they are going to answer the call. You know, I can definitely say for myself, it was extremely important to seize this opportunity, knowing that, you know, I have a daughter watching me, and you know, there's no way that I can say I'm making every second count if I truly don't show her that I'm making every second count.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I know just as someone is watching us right now, you know, in my chapter, I talk a lot about how my parents divorced when I was 8 years old. And, you know, sometimes we feel like our story isn't gory enough or it's not hard enough. Who else is going to, you know, resonate with that story? But when you look at it, at least in this country, the United States of America, the divorce rate is 50%.
Yeah.
So I know just as I was impacted from it as a child, you know, so many other children are too, you know. So, you know, what adult is still walking around with their 8-year-old pain, and, you know, what may we possibly be able to share with them that can help them? And so, you know, being in a position around these other great authors, it was just extremely powerful to, you know, even pull my story out to help someone else, and at the same token, show my daughter that she truly can do anything.
Wow.
Yes.
Robin, whether it's a loss in a relationship, or our losing our parents, or losing our structure of safety and security, or maybe a loss of a job, you know, what can happen is we can sometimes feel guilty. We sometimes can feel like we're to blame, or sometimes we're afraid. And that fear will take root. It will be the driving force like a rudder on a ship to cause you to do things that ordinarily you wouldn't do, or maybe pass on opportunities that would be available to you.
That's right.
Do you find that this book helps us deal with past, overcome past, repel shame, break free from addiction, help bring reconciliation to the hurt, and help you position yourself for victory?
Oh, certainly, Damon. I mean, I know my chapters were simply just a small piece of it, but really being able to be involved with this project and what all of these authors bring to the table in terms of what they deliver in that book, I can definitely say it's a manual for anyone that's watching to truly pick it up and figure out how to answer their call. You know, some people just really don't understand what their purpose is. I know I didn't for a long time, and it really was just even in the last 3 years or so that I understood what the Creator had put me on this earth to do.
Wow.
And I can say for anyone, if they pick that book up and they start to turn the pages, somebody on this stage is going to impact their life forever, truthfully forever.
And listen to this, Damon. You hear Jeff Martinet say, make every second count.
Yeah.
Now here's a guy who was a junior in high school sitting at a stoplight. The light turns green. He goes and gets T-boned by a semi and put in a coma for 2.5 months.
Wow.
Yet he's up here. He's got a positive attitude. He's been in rehab for 15 years, and he's coaching other people on how to make every second count. That's the kind of comeback story. That's the kind of belief. That's the kind of information they're going to find in this book. It's story after story after story.
Wow. Dr. Luster, you're an educator, and that says to me you encounter many people from many different walks of life. Do people allow their circumstances to define them?
I think so. I think sometimes we also allow our perception to make things different for us. And sometimes it takes a change for you to alter your perception to get a different outlook on life. I know with my own story, I was an accomplished educator, and I received a diagnosis for my health, and I remember thinking, well, if I pass, they will say she was a great educator, she was a great parent, but that wasn't what I wanted my story to say. That season of my life came about because I did what most women do, and I neglected myself.
Okay.
I didn't involve in a lot of self-care, and I was under a lot of stress, and because I'm a nurturer by nature, I tended to spend a lot of my efforts nurturing others. I worked in the inner city, I was working with children, and I neglected my own health, and it got to a point where the cancer diagnosis came about because I had a very aggressive form, and there was a chance that my life would end. And it just so happened that Dr. West, Ruben West, had called me. We've been friends since, I guess, birth, and he gave me a call, and we were talking, and he just asked a very simple question. What is it that you wish you could do with your life? And I said, you know, I always wanted to write a book. I'd start a book, I'd end a book, I never got around to it. I wanted to see my name in print. And he said, okay, so are you planning to die? You know, what are you gonna do? And I got so desperate to write the book. A lot of people that have not been through cancer treatment don't know that chemotherapy can last for hours. You're just sitting. Yeah. And so I just said, okay, I have this idle time, I'm off work, I'm gonna just use my time writing. And I would literally take my laptop with me to chemotherapy sessions and write my book. And part of it was I was in a hurry because I said, if I don't make it, if I leave, at least, you know, my name is on a book and it's in print. But since then, I mean, even just having the mindset that I can fight it, I have something to live for, that's what gave me a drive. But I tell people, you know, that's kind of like being in the desert and looking at the buzzard over in the corner and thinking, I wanna live, and they're staring you down. I mean, you really shouldn't let life get you to that point. Wow. You know, while you have the time and the effort and the mindset, you should make a change now.
Mama?
Yes.
Something tells me you've seen some things.
Oh, I've seen some things, been through some things, and like what you're going to find in the book on my part is I talk about pain. I talk about transparency. I talk about being willing to put yourself out there so somebody else can be healed. And I like that because when I felt like I needed somebody to say, come on, honey, you can make it. I've been there, I understand, this is what I had to do. I didn't have that. And so at an early age, I dealt with pain. First it was physically because I was disobedient because, you're talking about answering the call. Because I had a call on my life at the age of 12. And I remember praying and the Lord said, who shall go for me? Who shall I send? And I'll just all gun-ho, feeling good. I'll go, I'll go. And, you know, sometimes we say we'll go, and you'll know what you said. You know,
where are you going?
And when the Lord calls you, it's not like your mother or your father calling you.
Yeah.
It was a different call. But after a while, things started happening, and I got tired of church. I was a preacher's kid. I'm tired of church.
Well,
couldn't do
that's
nothing.
honest.
Yeah. Couldn't watch The Wizard of Oz. Can you imagine growing up not being able to watch The Wizard of Oz?
I remember the stories that in those days, no makeup, no jewelry.
No nothing.
Can't wear pants. And
No.
whole host of things.
Couldn't go to the carnival. Went to the carnival on a Friday night, the church night. At least we came to church after the carnival was over. We had to go to the altar. We had to tarry at the altar. I don't know if y'all know about tarrying. We were praying and crying and forgive me, Lord, forgive me, Lord. And some of them were saying, I'm not going to do it anymore. And when you got done with that, you get up in front of the church and you're supposed to say, I want the church to forgive me for going to the circus, and I want the pastor to forgive me for going to the circus. And Lord, I want you to forgive me too. Well, mine was, I'm sorry that I went to the circus. Lord, I'm sorry I went to the circus, but I'm going again next year. Because that's how I felt about it. And I just thought it was so unfair. But after a while, things just started getting on my nerves, and I decided, forget church. I'm not going to be a part of it. And the Lord allowed one of my friends, who was a prophetess, come to me 3 times, and she said, the Lord said, if you don't get right, he's going to let something happen to you. Now, okay, I believed it. She came the 2nd time. Didn't do anything different. I believed it. 3rd time she came, she said, he told me to tell you one more time, and don't go no more. I said, okay, I got him. I believe it. But here's what I did in my mind as a child. I thought, well, I'm just a child, and he's not going to kill me. So if I walk across the street and I get hit by a car and my leg gets broke, that's okay. Or if I fall down the stairs at school and break my arm, that's okay. And so I just left it at that. Oh, but he snuck up on me. He snuck up on me. I had a sore throat, had it for 3 months.
Wow.
And next thing I know, I had a condition that put me in the bed for 3 months where all my joints seized.
Wow.
I ended up with rheumatic fever.
Wow.
Cooked my skin where you could pull the top layer off like you do an onion. Look, I said, look, I hurt. I had so many Last Suppers. People were bringing all kinds of food to the house. I finally told Dad, I said, Dad, I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm ready to go home, I'm ready to die and go to heaven. And I said, I'm gonna ask the Lord to forgive me for all my sins. Never thinking that you're like this because you were disobedient. You had a call, you said you was gonna go, but then you tried to back out on me. And I said, Dad, I'll give up, I'm tired. Lord, forgive me for all my sins, I'm ready to die and go to heaven. Got another call. Missionary mother called and she said, honey, the Lord told me to tell you to read Psalms, the 50th chapter, the 14th and the 15th verse. And it said, offer unto God thanksgiving. Pay your vows up unto the Most High. And you shall glorify me.
Wow.
And I will heal thee.
Wow.
And I got, what? That's why I was sick?
Wow.
So that started my journey of pain. And so that was one thing.
Thank goodness for his
That's
grace.
right.
Angie,
Yes.
what have you seen as y'all have toured the country? You've spoken to people, and you've seen people respond to what they read here. What have you seen? What have the results been? And what will they find in your chapter specifically?
What I believe that people see is they see people like themselves in this materialistic, entertainers here and everywhere. Sometimes we see these people held up so high, and they're not people that we can truly identify with. But we're everyday people. We're your neighbor, we're your sister, we're your brother, we're your coworker, we're you.
Wow.
And there is somebody's story, whether it's my story or one of the other stories that you'll be able to identify. I believe that our stories are people that you know.
Yeah. You used the term, you are help me out.
Be fabulous.
Be fabulous. What do you mean by that?
Well, what happened, what you'll see in my story is basically I was a stay-at-home mom. I was the stay-at-home suburban soccer mom. I had 4 children, the manicured lawn, lived in the cul-de-sac, newly built house, and all the things that society would say to stay put and be happy. But what was going on is what we were hiding is that it was a very dysfunctional marriage.
Wow.
It was sometimes emotionally abusive,
Wow.
and at times it was physically. And there was this image to keep up. You didn't want to, it was embarrassing because I knew that on paper that the life that I was leading was not the life that I knew was for me.
Right.
But out of fear, many of us stay stuck. We stay stuck in situations that we know are not good for us, that we know are not healthy for us. And it got to a point where I was starting to make a decision. And it's like, am I going to stay here because I think that I'm making the best choice for my children by keeping them in this situation? Or am I going to step out there? Wow. And that was fear. I had no job and 4 kids.
Yeah.
And this, I believe that what you'll get out of my story is that at any point, whether it be the loss of a job, a marriage, or whatever it is up to you to create and redefine your life. Yes. And that's what Be Fabulous is about. It is about me deciding that whether I'm a single mom, whether I'm a married mom, whether you're a widowed person, that I am going to be fabulous and create the life I love.
All right.
So good.
You know, I played music, and in music we had a tuning fork, and you can strike the tuning fork and it makes a sound. But if you take a tuning fork that's keyed to the same pitch and put it near it, it starts to vibrate too, because they're on the same vibration length. They're on the same wavelength. And what I guarantee you is when you read this book, it may not be what I wrote, it may not be what she wrote, it may not be what he wrote, but somebody's going to be on that same tune. Somebody's going to be on that same pitch, and it's going to resonate with you. And what I love about these type of books is you don't have to start at the beginning. You could read the titles of the chapter and quickly identify, wait a minute, I'm going to start on page 52. Why? Because that's where I find my freedom. And so sometimes on page 52 is going to be your tuning fork.
It's an amazing compilation of amazing people that are speaking transparently about their stories and how they have designed. That means it's not happenstance. Designed the profile for the best life. I need to put you on the spot. We're wrapping up the show. We got 2 minutes. Our announcer is going to tell you about how you can get your hand, not just on this amazing book, but an entire bundle. Because you know what we did? Each one of these amazing speakers came to the mic, and they laid down some teaching to empower you behind every story that you find here. It's part of the bundle. But I need you to tell me if you've really seen this book work for people. Really.
We absolutely have seen the book. We're bringing it on the show to introduce it to a wider audience, but we've already tested it. We've already sold copies to people that have talked about how their lives have changed, how they've gained hope, how they've gained possibility, how they saw steps that they can use right now to change their life. And so what we're doing is just introducing it to a broader audience. We believe in the information we put in there. And here's what I know. People don't get transparent and show things that hurt them unless they care about the people that they're reaching out to. This book contains love.
Wow.
This book contains possibility.
Wow.
This book is an opportunity for you to find things that literally could have destroyed us. No one would have blamed her for not bouncing back after she lost her son. No one would blame Jeff if he didn't get back up and walk again after they told him he would never walk again. No one would have blamed Dr. Luster if they said, you don't have to finish the book, you've got cancer. But because we loved what our possibilities were and the people that we could come in contact with, we put it in the book.
Wow.
We put in the book possibility.
Wow. Y'all put your hands together.
Yeah.
Hey, don't go away. I got something very special for you when you come back. We'll right after this.
Ever wonder why the life you've lived is so tough? Have you wondered why there's been so much struggle? The things you've lost, the heartaches and the pain, the ups, the downs, the waiting for a turnaround. Why has life been so hard? God's love is perfect, and His plan for you is perfect today. All that you've seen, all that you've done, all that you've been through. God has been working with you and for you the entire time. You were meant for a greater purpose and destiny, a destiny written into your DNA by the Creator. And it's time to answer the call and step into the greatest days of your life. In this new groundbreaking book, Live Your Best Life, Answer the Call. Dr. Ruben West and his team of experts on empowerment and self-development reveal who God made you to be and the steps and strategies to harness the power and experience God's been building in you through the life you've lived up until now. You will discover a roadmap and the steps you can take to move out of the struggle and into a life of total victory. If you have tried before and failed, there's been a reason. The stresses and strains will become the springboard into a life above the debt, above the breakups, and above the attacks of the devil. Discover how persistence is a key to success. Discover the dream God planted in you. Learn what matters most in life and gain a new respect for yourself and so much more. Also, as part of today's exclusive television offer, you will receive this 2-part power-packed companion DVD series entitled How to Answer the Call. Each of the guests you met today has a special message from their own heart, their life to yours. Watch and follow along as they lay down key strategies and key insights found in the pages of the book. You will learn how to apply the principles found in the book to get set up for the best life you could possibly live. This powerful bundle is yours today for your gift of only $50. And when you call, Damon also wants you to have the full, uncut interview with him, Dr. West, and their guest experts. That's Dr. Ruben West's new book, Live Your Best Life, the 2-part companion DVD series, the uncut version of today's show for your gift of $50. But wait, when you call right now, Damon is going to double the value by doubling your order. Damon wants to invite you to become a life changer by putting into your hands a second bundle that will be a blessing to someone else. When you discover the message that God has written for you, you will want to help someone else discover their message too. You were blessed to be a blessing. With your seed sown into the ministry of 1-on-1 today, Damon is going to say thank you by helping you sow a seed back into the life of someone you love. Call the number on the screen. Receive a blessing by being a blessing with your love gift today. Let's see the world change by sharing the 1-on-1 life-changing power of God's love today.
Hey, I want to thank you for tuning into today's program. In fact, I want to just say thank you for investing your time. Your time's so important. In fact, it's one of those commodities that we see slipping away, which means that every second counts. It means that we got to maximize the time that we have. And I hope that you've used this time wisely and that you've made an investment by picking up the phone, you made a call to get this amazing bundle. Now, I told you I had something very special for you. Here it is. You ready? Haven't ever done this on this show before. Do it right now. I so believe this book will not just touch you, but change you. That in 30 days from the time you receive this book, it's got to be inside 30 days, because I know your life's going to be impacted that fast. You hear me? I want you to send me a letter. Say, Damon, live your best life, answer the call, did this for me, and you give me your one word. When I receive that, that's you saying, this thing works. I'm going to give you another book at no expense at all. My gift to you to give to somebody else. We're going to help the world answer the call that they're designed for greatness and victory and purpose and destiny is within their grasp. On behalf of me and my entire amazing power team here with me today, we want you to go live your best life now. See you next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.